A dominant performance from the Carolina Panthers, in my opinion. You're watching Pantherology. What is going on, guys? Clay here, back at it again with yet another edition of Pantherology. Welcome to today's video. If you're new to this channel and you're a Carolina Panthers fan, then this is all about you. This is the channel for you. My name's Clay. I'm the host of Pantherology. Just in case you didn't know, if you're new members here or new people here, the only thing I ask that you do if you're new here, if you haven't done it already, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's completely free. Click that post notifications bell, again free, one click away, so you don't miss out on any new videos. You'll always get notified when I post up either a short or go on live or post up a new video. So definitely go do that. Feel free to comment down below on this video. Give me your thoughts on this game. Basically, I'm going to be breaking down this game of the Carolina Panthers versus the Denver Broncos. Also, feel free to go check out the link down in the description. Go check out today's sponsorship of today's video. As always, betusa.com. The link is down in the description. Promo code Pantherology. You can, if you're feeling generous, there's also the CashApp and Venmo down there. As always, I always like to throw that down in there if you're feeling generous. Other than that, let's go ahead and dive right into today's video. Now, the Carolina Panthers are in the midst of what can only be described, in my opinion, as a losing season, right? I mean, but that hasn't really prevented us from getting these select victories on occasion, I guess you can say. And the Panthers stunned the Denver Broncos in Week 12 to earn their fourth win of the season, demonstrating that even when things go wrong with the team, things could be worse. And I'm talking about the Denver Broncos. Now, Carolina wasn't given much chance to win this game, I think. And since they were handing the ball over to Sam Darnold at quarterback, despite the fact that he hasn't played a single snap this regular season before this game, but the Panthers prevailed. So let's break it down here for a little bit. Now, Darnold, as previously, said, took over at center with P.J. Walker, who is out, and Baker Mayfield, who just has been god-awful, right? And Darnold didn't have his best game, but he did enough to keep the Panthers' offense going against, I think, a strong Broncos defense, which cannot be disregarded, right? Now, Darnold's final stats were unimpressive, really. I mean, he was 11 for 19, 164 yards and a touchdown, but the Panthers will accept that sort of productivity over anything else at this time and point, right? Now, DJ Moore had a huge day, catching 4 catches for 103 yards and a touchdown. No one else had more than 2 receptions or 21 yards receiving. But it didn't really matter because the Broncos offense wasn't producing anything at all. I mean, it wasn't the best performance, but Darnold made a step in the right direction by commanding this passing offense. And in the midst of, the Christian McCaffrey deal, Carolina's run game has continued to impress me. The presumption was that they would basically fall off a cliff without McCaffrey, right? And yet the unexpected has happened. Deontay Foreman returned as the top rusher again and had a very productive day. He had over 24 carries, 113 yards, while Chuba Hubbard, he chipped in as well with 65 yards on 17 carries. So Darnold also got in on the ground action, scoring on a goal line sneak for the Panthers' second touchdown of the day. And overall, the Panthers' ground game led the offense to victory. And while their 4 yards per carry wasn't, the best, it was more than good enough against a good Denver defense. Now, the Broncos' offense has just been a disaster all season. All right, let's all be honest here. The Panthers, I think, did a fantastic job of preventing them from really figuring things out against us. Russell Wilson had another disappointing day in the air. He was 19 for 35, 142 yards and a touchdown, while many of Denver's scars are basically self-inflicted. Carolina's defense cannot be ignored. Courtland Sutton, he had a solid day. 6 receptions. He had 75 yards, but no one else contributed much, right? And the Panthers also sacked Wilson 3 times, one of which resulted in a fumble recovery for Carolina, and then assuring that the Broncos will not be able to remain in this game. The Broncos are just not very good, right? Especially on offense. But the Panthers' pass defense did its job in this game. Now, Denver's rushing game hasn't gone as planned this season. They've had injuries, right? But they put in Latavius Murray, who is now serving as that primary option out of the injury circumstances, right? And Murray had a good day on the ground, honestly. He had 13 carries for 92 yards. But he was mostly eased out of the game due to the fact the Broncos were playing from behind the rest of that afternoon. So, overall, the Panthers allowed the Broncos to average 6.4 yards per rush, but they escaped unharmed due to the game plan. Even if it didn't come back to bite them in this one, this is clearly an issue that has to be cleaned up. We have to be better on stuff in the run. So overall, not a bad performance by the rushing defense, but definitely could clean some things up. Now, the Panthers special teams were critical in this game. Eddie Pinheiro, he had a perfect field goal day, 3 field goals, 2 extra points, right? Johnny Hecker had 5 punts inside the 20-yard line, and then Panthers kickoff team forced Jalen Virgil a fumble, which resulted in 3 easy points for us. So overall, Carolina special teams squad, I think, looked impressive as they have all season. Now, Steve Wilks has done an excellent job of turning things around for this Panthers team since taking over as interim head coach for Matt Rule. And he created a great game plan to defeat Denver, I think, on Sunday. And starting Darnold was a risky decision, but it paid out beautifully, I think, as Carolina executed well by taking the lead early and running all over the Broncos. Wilks' coaching standing, I guess you can say, is rising as a result of this performance with a not as strong Panthers team as it has been in the past. Now, it wasn't the most beautiful victory, but a victory is a victory. The Panthers accomplished what they needed to do to win. And it appears like they are rediscovering their identity on both sides of the ball, thankfully. Because think about it, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers lead the NFC South with a 5-6 record. And they are still in postseason contention. And who knows, maybe this win may appear more critical in the next coming weeks. So guys, if you've watched up to this point, I much appreciate it. You've reached the end of this video. As always, make sure you pound that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click that post notification bell. Also, feel free to leave a comment down below. Go check out betusa.com. The link is down in the description. Use promo code Pantherology. If you're feeling generous, don't forget about the CashApp or the Venmo. Also, shout out to the Carolina Panthers Den on Facebook. Also, you can check me out on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, and as always, guys, keep pounding.